Rush Boxing back at it with another boxing video. This is my post-fight review for Jaime Munguia, undefeated coming into this fight. I believe at 30 wins and is it 36 wins and 30 KOs versus Gabe Rosado. Gabe Rosado coming off a big victory, big vicious super knockout earlier this year, knocking out an undefeated Russian. So who was supposed to have beat the man Gabe Rosado, but Gabe Rosado upset the odds, and here he is in a big fight versus Jaime Munguia over there at in Anaheim. And this man Gabe Rosado, him being the older fighter, he did his best in there. But the man Jaime Munguia from the get go, I thought he was setting the pace with his jab and his combination puncher. You know what I mean? The man is a very good combination puncher, throws punches in bunches. And Gabe Rosado, being the veteran, he's trying to time the guy. You know what I mean? He's trying to catch him with some big shots. And he almost did in the first 3 rounds. He almost caught the man in the third round with a big overhand right, which barely missed. You know what I mean? Now, the man, Jaime Munguia, showed that he has a chin, definitely in this fight, but the man, Gabe Rosado, just couldn't get the sneaky punch that Gabe Rosado, I'm sorry, that Jaime Munguia wouldn't see that would possibly even put him on the canvas. And he wasn't even close to hitting the canvas. For round four was the first round that I gave to the man, Gabe Rosado. He started to dictate the pace with his jab, slowly but surely breaking out down the man Jaime Munguia. But Jaime Munguia in the fourth and fifth round, I gave to Gabe Rosado. But in the sixth round, that's when a war started out. You know what I mean? And now the man Gabe Rosado was now more flat-footed, standing toe-to-toe with the man Jaime Munguia, which in my opinion, I thought that was a bad move. He was better off sticking and moving, you know what I'm saying? Trying to dictate the pace rather than Jaime Munguia throwing punches in bunches with the man Gabe Rosado just there standing in front of him. And the man Gabe Rosado, man, he was getting tagged up in them exchanges, you know what I mean? He was getting tagged up, hit with all kind of combinations while he's throwing one or two punches at a time. You know what I mean? In the seventh round, Gabe Rosado was getting overwhelmed with all those punches and bunches. He even tackled the man, Jaime Munguia, which was a smart veteran move to do because it was either that or take a knee. You know what I mean? The man had to basically, gather himself, you know what I mean, from the overwhelming punch variation. That's the thing about, Gabe Rosado, I'm sorry, Jaime Munguia. Doesn't have much head movement. He's there to be hit. Kind of something sort of like David Benavidez, whom we seen tonight as well. You know what I mean? But the man, Jaime Munguia, his punch variation, he throws punches in bunches from all angles, just like the man Navarrete. You know what I mean? Just like a Mexican legend in Eric Morales. You know what I mean? When Eric Morales lets his hands go, throwing punches in bunches, man, you might get caught with an uppercut, lead uppercut, right hook, left hook, just all kind of punches coming from everywhere. But the only difference is Morales had vicious defense, unlike, these Jaime Munguia and David Benavidez. In the ninth round, there was a nice exchange where the man Jaime Munguia got caught with a vicious overhand right. Boom, landed flush on his face by Gabe Rosado. And Gabe Rosado was going in for the kill, you know what I mean? Throwing his combinations, left hooks to the liver, right to the head, just all punches and bunches, and caught him with one big punch right before the bell rang. And that gave him that round, round nine. And I mean, and that Jack Reese, the referee, tried to jump in and, was basically saying that was a late hit, But overall, man, this was a good fight, man. Very good fight. The left hook body shots also by Jaime Munguia were taking a toll on the man, Gabe Rosado, you know what I mean? And that's why I think Gabe Rosado, you know, he looked a little flat-footed in this fight, you know what I mean? Not that he's a guy who bounces on his toes, but, rather than staying in the pocket in all them exchanges they were, even till the 12th round, he almost got stopped by Jaime Munguia, and the 11th round. I think that the man, Gabe Rosado, should have been in the pocket, sticking and moving, boom, boom, catch him, then get out, pivot out of there, you know what I mean? Not just stand there flat-footed with the man, Jaime Munguia. That's his style. That's what he want to do, you know? Um, Mike 104 in the chat. What's up, man? He said that was a good scrap. Hell yeah, that was definitely one of the best fights of the year. Um, Munguia combo left hook to the body, then head is money. Yeah, those are punch variations that are hard to see as far as timing them, because, Jaime Munguia also has a very good jab. That's one thing about him, unlike a guy like Navarrete or Canelo, you know what I mean? A lot of Mexican fighters, he has a very good jab, you know what I mean? And he stays true to himself as a Guerrero warrior with that left hook to the body, you know what I mean? He's a young dude, and this was definitely one of his I think this was his biggest test as far as most experienced fighter that he's beat. You know what I mean? He's beating former world champion like, Liam Smith, but who hasn't anyways? But as far as a good fighter, this was a very good fight for the man, Jaime Munguia. Mike 104 says round 9 was all action. Hell yeah. That's the round where looked like the man, Gabe Rosado could have got a stoppage himself. But this guy Munguia has a chin, you know what I mean? You want to see him also with some bigger punches, but he ain't even was close to hitting the canvas, you know what I mean? So definitely a good fight. I had this fight 8 rounds to 4. I thought, what's his name, Chris Mannix over there on the zone, his scorecard was all for Munguia. He wasn't giving Gabe Rosado no rounds. I didn't agree with nothing he was saying. But I gave Rosado 4 rounds, and he got a beating, man. That's what happened. And Jaime Munguia, on to the next one. We'll see if he gets a world title shot at middleweight um, come 2022. You know what I mean? I'd like to see him versus Andrade or the Charlos or, Triple G, whomever. Triple G will have 2 straps by the end of this year, possibly, if he beats the Ryota Murata. Or Ryota Murata could, send Triple G to retirement. You never know. We shall see. All right? Mini man. Triple G, definitely that'd be a great fight. That'd be an action-packed fight, and we'd see if the man Triple G could withstand all them flurries, combinations, punches, and bunches from all angles. Triple G, as an older veteran, will try and dictate the fight and control the pace with the jab all night. You know what I mean? We'll see if the man Jaime Munguia, could offset that. It'll be a great fight. Many Milzano boss says Munguia has improved with Eric Morales. Absolutely, man. And I seen remnants of Eric Morales in him tonight. Eric Morales is one of my favorite Mexican fighters of all time. Because I also I respect that man's defense. You know what I mean? That's one of his most underrated aspects. And he's a Tijuana fighter, just like the man Munguia. You know what I mean? He's all action packed, and the flurries, the combinations, and how he'll catch you and hurt you at any moment. He'll be hurt, and then he'll catch you. It was like, them fights with Morales. It was definitely one of the best fights of 2021 so far. You know what I mean? So big ups to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way in and on your way out. And leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this fight. And who would you like to see Munguia fight next? Many Milzano bosses. Eric Morales had Floyd Sr. at one time. I think it was with the first Pac-Man fight. It definitely was. Yeah, he did have Floyd Sr., you know what I mean? And that's probably where he got some more tutelage on defense. You check it? So we'll see, man. Hopefully he can teach Jaime Munguia to move his head, But we'd like to see Jaime Munguia in some more action-packed fights in the world title shot. Come on, 36-0, probably 37-0 with 30 KOs. Put that man in a title shot, all right? I'm gone. Peace.